Drew Barrymore came under fire regarding the writer's strike and her talk show over the past week. And so let's check it out.
After facing criticism, striking writers and actors, Drew Barrymore has decided to postpone taping new episodes of her talk show. On Instagram, the actress posting, "I've listened to everyone, and I am making the decision to pause the show's premiere until the strike is over. I have no words to express my deepest apologies to anyone I have hurt, and of course to our incredible team who works on the show and has made it what it is today. We really tried to find our way forward, and I truly hope for a resolution for the entire industry very soon." Other daytime shows, including The View, Tamron Hall, and Live with Kelly and Ryan, have resumed as they are not bound by Writers Guild rules. But The Talk has postponed its Monday restart date, saying they will continue to reevaluate their resumption plans.
What are your thoughts on this, Kyrie, before I go off?
Well, she changed her mind. I don't understand why she's getting flack. She's not the only one with a talk show that's starting today. Well, that was starting today. But I see the Talk has followed her, and they said, we scrapping this new. But then you got hood people like Jennifer Hudson, like, it's my show. Let's go.
That's a different network.
Ow. Okay. Well, aren't they all on strike?
No. So like shows like The View and the Jennifer Hudson show and what's her name? The Sherry Show. And they're not under the writer's bond. Meaning they don't necessarily, now they can't have their writers there. Their writers, like The View's writers, they're not there.
Right.
So they're just kind of going off of it, but they're not bound by the strike. So they can continue on with production.
Because I saw Whoopi say that she broke that down, but I thought that was for all talk shows because the soap operas are still going, and so because they're not.
I don't. But I think those are pre-taped.
Not that far along, though. I mean,
I don't know.
They're still new. Listen, because if the soap operas are off, you would hear an 81-year-old woman screaming to the top of her lungs while we're doing the show. Yeah, so they're still going. Whoopi explained that they're still going.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, well, Drew, good luck, I guess. What do you think?
Well, okay, so here's my issue with you, Drusilla. Drew Barrymore. I have a problem with you because I feel like you were all this rah white liberal and were like, do it for the people and all this stuff. And then when it came down to it, you questioned it. You were so gung ho. This is why I have an issue with people like Taylor Swift and people like people like them, because you're so gung ho about all of this other stuff, knowing that you were an actress yourself, knowing and you're not a part of any of that stuff. You didn't jump in and go into the market. You should have been one of the first ones out there, since you're so rah on your show about about liberal movements and stuff like that. That's my issue, because it comes across as white feminism, where if it doesn't affect you, it doesn't matter.
Now that's big what she was saying.
That's my issue, and that's where I'm coming from with it. Like, this shouldn't have even been a question, Drusilla.
Ooh.
So the fact that you had to wait until the last minute to make a decision makes me side-eye you. Now, I'm not saying that this negates all of the good that you have done. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of great things. I appreciate the conversations that you've started. I like the conversations that you bring to your white audience. So I'm not taking away from the good. I think that oftentimes when people come under fire, they take away all of the good that they have done. Right? And so I'm not taking away from the good that she's done. But what I am saying about this particular situation is you can't have your cake and eat it too, boo-boo.
I can't argue that. Because she did this at the last minute.
The last minute. And I get it. I understand. There's a lot that goes into this whole strike. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of stuff that people outside of the writer's room don't see. There's a lot of politics. Right. That's why I don't think people really understand until you run a business yourself, until you are in the rooms yourself, then I don't think that you understand the pressures of corporate and how, you know, executives, you know, have to deal with certain things, you know, politics and how politicians and all of the entities and things that go into moving with these networks, right? I get that. I understand that Drew is under a lot of pressure. However, girl, you can't sit there and be on a couch talking all this mess, saying that you are this liberal and that you want people to do this and that, or whatever, and you're for the people, and then you're not for the actual people that are doing the work. And I get it. You have to decide, because I know every day that these people that they have to shut down, jobs are at stake. But that's the whole point of putting pressure. Why we have strikes? We put pressure on those that have to make the decision-making power.
Right. And but like you said, Drew's still like, well, not my pocket. And Drew is, I guess, because she's not making any money any other way on any movies or television shows. She's like, well, let me do this. Let me get a check. No, girl.
Well, she's getting a big check.
Right. And I guess she didn't want to affect that. Okay. Well, maybe, girl, I guess. But I don't know.
Anyway, girl, we're going to keep an eye on him.
I don't know, but Drew, yeah, because Drew truly made, now you made a couple of enemies doing this. They looked at you, your fellow actors are doing this.
Right.
They're side-eyeing you big time. But that's like, I kept saying, but why? I said, why no one's mad at Sherry or Jennifer? Now that explains it. Okay.